Good day, each and everyone. My name is Orel Campbell. So I'm being led by Yahuwah to do this teaching on the flat earth. Um, I know there has been a lot of controversies out there, and we've been taught that the earth is round. Um, Not really so. As I explained to you, I did an intro before, so I'm gonna be going over and do a video just to um, make sure I can do something that is. Hold on one second for me, guys. Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm able to do this thing efficiently. So I'll be doing the teaching on it based upon biblical principles, and also showing you some how should I call it, some pictographs, something that I've drawn up, and just to give you a better explanation, and also some additional information from other prophecies, uh, like Vicky Parnell. I think it's Vicky Parnell, from her channel. So I have to give them credit for that. And because I have to do this because I need for you to understand the things that will be coming up on the earth, so you can get a better understanding of as when we move forward. So you're going to see certain things. NASA is going to say otherwise. The scientific communities are going to be saying different things. But of course, the science and NASA, they always come together, just like doctors in the last event that we have, right? Everyone was on the same page. Likewise, when this event happens, two major events will be happening. We are going to be experiencing the 3 days of darkness, and the earth, the flipping of the polarization of the earth. So east, west, north, and south. Those poles are going to be flipped. So I'm here to give you an explanation of going forth what's going to happen. And also I will be giving you exact dates when these things are going to be happening. So stay tuned. I won't be giving the dates now because I have to do a lot of prophecies regarding those other things or other events that will be happening, and the side effects from those events. So for now, it's going to be just a teaching mode so that you can have a better understanding. Now, some of the things that I will be teaching or saying is going to be contrary to what you have been taught in school. Some of this, as I stated, is heavenly knowledge. I had us to read a particular book to start the process that I had us to go through, and that was required by Yahuwah. Um, that book is actually listed, not the name of it, but it's actually listed in the Bible. I won't say which book it was listed, but that book is extremely complex, very complicated to read, and but by Yahuwah's grace and mercies, he grants me the wisdom and knowledge and understanding from that book. So I will be using some of that information here. So if you remember, as I told you before, my thing is to listen to prophecies and interpret them for you, and Yahuwah gives me the ability to go over calendars, make up my own calendars that will be in alignment with him, and be able to give you dates. Dates given is not an easy thing for me. It requires a lot of let's put it this way, even though and for all the prophecies that I am personally given, they are not easily given. I have to go over several prophecies just to give you a two-line prophecy in on most occasion. All right, so it takes up a lot of my time going over these materials just to present 5 minutes or 10 minutes of something to you, or even a few seconds, less than a minute of something to you that makes a lot of sense. All right, so here I go. I will be going into the book of Genesis, and then I have some diagrams here that I'm going to be going over to explain to you. And remember, I'm going to be I think I should try and do this in one video, but if not, I know we don't have a long a long attention span, so I try not to go over 20 minutes in these videos. All right, and I'll end up probably doing multiple videos. So now let's read Genesis 1. I think maybe I'll be reading the entire chapter. In the beginning, and I'm reading from what's called the Sefer, right? Not from the King James Version. So the wording is going to be slightly different. So we don't say God, and all the names of God is replaced by his correct name, which is Yahuwah. Yahuwah is the correct name of our Creator. All right, in the beginning, the Elohim created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Ruach Elohim moved upon the face of the waters. And Elohim said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And Elohim saw the light, that it was good, and Elohim divided the light from the darkness. When it says that, so the sun was created first, and then it says, "Let there be light," and there was light, and Elohim saw that it was good, and Elohim divided the light from the darkness. Right? So the division of light from the darkness. Right? So there has to be light that lights up the place, or else it's going to be darkness. There's always darkness before light. All right? Because outer space is darkness, pure darkness. And Elohim saw the light, that it was good, and Elohim divided the light from the darkness. Right? And Elohim, that is the day. And Elohim called the light day, right? So in a day is 12 hours, not the 24 hours that we know it as, okay? And the darkness he called night, so he separated them. So there's day, which consists of light, and night, which consists of darkness, right? And the evening and the morning was the first day. So from sundown to sundown is one day. Okay? 12 hours of darkness, 12 hours of daylight. Gives you 24 hours. And Elohim made the expanse and divided the waters which were under the expanse from the waters which was above the expanse, and it was so. So now, you know what, maybe I should start giving you some diagram, a pictogram. And Elohim made the expanse. It's all space, right? And divided the waters which were under the expanse from the waters which was above the expanse. All right, let me just give you that. So the earth, as we know it, and scientists will has told us that there is water under the earth, right? There's water under the earth, and there's also water above the earth. That's where rain comes from, but not in the clouds. I'm not talking about water in the clouds. The clouds come from condensations that will, like when rain falls and it goes back into the clouds, form that condensation. There's water in the actual sky. So you know what, let me see if I can, should I do this now? All right, let me read and then I continue, come back to that maybe. So just remember, there's a firmament, there's water in that, and there is water in the earth itself. So we were told the sun is in the middle, and Earth is maybe 3 planets away. I don't really remember, but that is not true. Okay, Earth is connected to the firmament, and I will show that to you in pictogram in a few minutes. And Elohim called the expanse heaven. So, you know, from earth up to the top, to the sky, all the way above whatever, he calls that heaven. All right? Because that's where he resides, in heaven. It just means above us. All right? It doesn't mean that he is 93 million miles away from us. All right? And Elohim said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together." So that would be the seas and the rivers, all right, into one place. And let the dry land appear, and it was so. So he separated what we call earth from the water. And Elohim called the dry land earth, and the gathering of the waters he called the seas. And Elohim saw that it was good. So he made it, and he knew that everything was good. And Elohim said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, herbs yielding seeds, and the tree yielding fruits after its kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. So all the trees were designed and planted by him. And the earth brought forth grass, and herbs yielding seeds after its kind, and the tree yielding fruit, those seed was in itself after its kind. And Elohim saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning was the third day. Now, okay, so when Elohim, no, let me not do that yet. And Elohim said, "Let there be light in the expanse of the heavens, to divide the day from the night, and let them be a sign for the appointed time, for appointed feasts, and for days, and for years." Now, let me just go back up, and I'm going to try and explain something to you. So I think I said before that was our sun. No. Let me see if I find it. Let there be light. Because Yahuwah just revealed something to me now. Oh, okay. And Elohim said, "Let there be light," and there was light. All right. So, so the light that he's talking about, that's within our universe. He lights up our universe. All right. Actually, can say that our universe, which consists of all the planets. Now, 14. And I'm going to explain something to you. And Elohim said, "Let there be light in the expanse of the heavens, and divide the light from the day." And so it was. "And let them be for lights in the expanse, and let them be for lights in the expanse of the heavens, to give light upon the earth." And it was so. So the sun and the moon, the stars he created, and they give lights to the earth. And Elohim set them in the expanse of the heavens to give lights upon the earth. So now, when he said the sun and the moon have different tracks that they travel on. Different tracks. And the tracks are even based upon that's what gives us the seasons. Some days we have short days, some days we have long days. And that's because the sun travels through different tracks, like roads, if I could say that, okay? And to rule over the day and over the night. So the sun rules the days, and the night, the moon rules the night. And let me start from 17 again. And Elohim set them in the expanse of the heavens to give light upon the earth, to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And Elohim saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning was the fourth day. And Elohim said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creatures that has, okay. So, did I? All right, let me continue. And Elohim created dragons. So the dragons he created, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think the Holy Spirit is telling me that the dragons were a part of the dinosaurs are part of your dragons. All right, and just like how we have different types of dogs or different breeds of dogs. The dragons still exist. They're not mythical creatures. All right. So there's a lot of things that I want to say. There's no such thing as mythical creatures, meaning that at some point it's a myth. It doesn't exist. All those mythical creatures, all those mythical Greek mythology, all of those stuff were real. Those paintings, those drawings, those sculptures that you've seen, they are real. They're not, your mind is not bigger than our creator. So therefore you cannot think of something that does not exist. Does that make sense? So those things are real. All right? And Elohim blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning was the fifth day. And Elohim said, let the earth bring forth living creatures of this kind, cattle and creeping things and beasts of the earth. And Elohim made the beast of the earth after his kind, and the cattle after his kind, and everything creeps upon the earth after his kind. And Elohim saw that it was good. And Elohim said, let us make man in our image, our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, over all the earth, and over all creeping things upon the earth. Now it says, let us make man in our image. Elohim has a wife. That's what. So he makes the Holy Spirit represents the woman. So Jesus Christ represents the Father. So Adam was Jesus Christ, or is Jesus Christ, and Eve is also represents the Holy Spirit, and she is the mother of the earth. Likewise, she represents the mother figure of heaven. So, as you know, the moon is a representation of the Holy Spirit. The moon is a representation of the female energy, and the sun is a representation of the male energy. So you notice that the moon gets its light from the sun, right? And the sun is a representation of Yahuwah himself and Jesus Christ. It says Jesus Christ is the light of the world. Yahushua Mashiach is the light of the world. Physically, yes, and spiritually. Yahuwah is, Yahushua HaMashiach is the light of the world. Because the sun, this earth was created for him and his children, which are Adam's children, and since I have that, go into that, not all people on the earth that looks like me and you are human beings. And I'll tell you, we are in the last days. So a lot of people that you see, not necessarily in Jamaica, but a lot of people in other countries around the world, you may have them in Jamaica, people are able to travel back and forth. Some of them are descendants from Lucifer. For example, Cain's bloodline is from Lucifer. Cain is not Adam's son. I repeat, Cain is not Adam's son. That bloodline of Cain still exists today. All right? I won't say that in this video, but who they are. But, you know, it goes into Revelation, it tells you who they are. All right? That's the giveaway here. That's their bloodline. You also have other bloodlines of people, continents of people in the earth. So those bloodlines, I think I use the word I think because I'm not 100% sure, but I think that they are referred to as aliens. The Bible refers to them as aliens, right? So, but I know I read somewhere in the Bible, in the Sefer, that Yahuwah will not totally destroy that bloodline from the face of the earth. That bloodline, can I say this? Okay, so that bloodline, I'm not going to be divulging that information as yet, all right? And Elohim blessed them, verse 28, and Elohim blessed them and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fishes of the sea, and over the fowls of the air, and over everything that is living upon the earth. And Elohim said, behold, I have given you herbs, bearing seeds, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to it shall be for to it you to you it shall be food for you. So yes, marijuana is good for you. Yahuwah created it. Yeah, Yahuwah created it. Marijuana is good for us. Alcohol is also good for us, but you can't overindulge it. Just like sex, too much ain't no good for you. Okay, so like even water is good for you, but it will also kill you, don't it? Won't it? Right? So everything that Yahuwah created is good for us. But they never tell us to smoke marijuana anyway. It's okay if you're a Christian to consume it. You know, smoking is not good for us. All right? And if anything that you're doing it in small dosage. Right? The herbs of the fields are good for us. We don't need no doctor. We all have to die. So when we die, we die. Okay? We don't need a doctor. Yeah, we need them, on some occasion, many occasions, like, a quick blood transfusion, a broken arm, certain things. Them good for certain things. You understand? But when it comes down to cancer, the treatment that they are giving us is horrible. We don't have any good treatment for cancer out there, except maybe your bush doctor, and a lot of people don't want to use what we call a bush doctor or homeopathic doctors. Now, if homeopathic doctors and allopathic doctors would come together, we would have such a great time. Or if people recognize the homeopathic medicine doctors, we will live a healthier life, because they study food, they study herbs, and that's the first line of keeping the body in good health. We can't get up every day and eat the same food and expect your body to be in perfect shape and health. You have to take some bush. That's good for you every now and then. And those bushes don't have that you're gonna be take. You can't run the last minute to take bushes and drink a cup of it and expect to be fine the next day. It doesn't work like that, all right? And Elohim saw everything that he made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning was the sixth day. So now, let me stop there for the sixth day. That's the end of Genesis 1. So the sixth day. So Elohim created the heavens and the earth in 6,000 years, not 6 of our days, okay? 6,000 years. And he rested on the seventh day. So now, I mentioned that to say this, that from the time of Abraham that we know of until now, we are in the 6,000-year period, somewhere around. I don't know the exact number, but we are in the 6,000 years. So every 2,000 years, there was some major event. So it was Abraham, time of Abraham, time of Moses, time of Jesus, Yahushua HaMashiach, and now to Abraham, Moses, Yahushua. Okay. So the timing that I'm doing it's it's not correct. So the time was divided in between the beginning of from the time of Adam to the time of the flood, from Noah to Moses was one different era, and now from sorry guys, from Moses to Yahushua Mashiach was one different time, right? So that would be 4,000 years, somewhere around there. So now, from the time of Jesus Christ to now, it's another. We're in the 6,000 years, somewhere around there. I don't know the exact number. Okay. So this is going to be another era before we reach the 1,000 years of Yahushua HaMashiach reign, because when Yahushua HaMashiach starts to reign, that would be the beginning of the 1,000-year reign. Okay, we are going through we are currently, what's the time frame that we have right now is called the Age of Grace. What does that mean basically anyway, right? I see here my time is, so we are in the Age of Grace. I'm going to be stopping it right here at this moment and pick up again, okay?